since you went on an interview, does that mean you're fluent now? I don't know. Fluent is a very, very subjective word. I do think my own definition of fluency is when I don't have to pause and think about grammar and vocabulary. And when I'm speaking Welsh, I think for the most part I do feel fluent. Yeah. So I would say so. I would say so. But there is a bit of cheat because I mean, with Welsh, when I don't have the word, I can use the English words. So I don't know if that sort of affects the definition or the feeling of fluency a little bit. But at the same time, if that's how people speak, if I speak the same way in a fluid manner, that's fluency, right? But at the same time, I do know that like my own definition of fluency is a lot higher than what most people seem to think. No, I would say like normies, they have a very high definition of fluency. Like, well, to most people, like, you either know a language or you don't know it, right? So it's sort of black and white. Whereas to most people in the language learning community, it's like you're fluent when you can like enjoy a conversation or something. A more lax definition. I think mine's like a bit up there because my definition is when I don't have to think about grammar and vocabulary at all, or at least not more than a native speaker does, right? So that's how I feel. That's why I rarely say I'm fluent. I think my Polish is pretty fluent. My German is decent. That's the extent of it. What areas would you claim fluency for? When I can read a novel and understand people perfectly. Yeah, I don't understand people perfectly. That's the thing. I don't understand people sometimes with Welsh. Yeah, that's why I would partially say I'm fluent, because even on the show, or like last time when I was on radio, I wasn't 100% sure I was hearing what I was hearing. So I would at worst I'd get like 70%, and I would use like context to fill in the blanks for the rest of it. So that's a useful skill, but to be fair, even in English, I don't understand everything all the time, right? I always have to like fill in the blanks sometimes. So maybe if I get to like 90% consistently, I would say my listening is fluent.